The Judge from Hell episode 1 starts with us introduced to our titular character, Kang Bitna. Bitna died a while back, with a trail of red flowers leading to a crack opening up in the world. A door with cursed souls on the front, alongside a warning scrawled in angry red writing, paves way for Bitna showing up in what's referred to as Murderer's Hell. Judge Kang Justicia is here and she's relentless. Bitna is quick to plead her case to Justicia, but unfortunately Kang refuses to listen to Bitna's pleas and sends her to Hell. This immediately sees the director of Hell, Bael, arrive to confront her. You see, Bitna is not actually a murderer, but Justicia never bothered to check this and sent her into the depths of hell for no reason. As punishment, Bael forces Justicia to live as Kang Bitna on Earth. She's to punish 10 murderers who are unrepentant, take their lives and send them to hell. Her assistants will be going too, and if she fails, well, Justicia will be dead, for real this time. Bitna is not happy with her demotion, but she reluctantly shows up and adopts her human form. Judge Kang wastes absolutely no time heading to court, slurping her coke and taking on her first case. It's a simple case of an officer, Dayon, being sued due to the man he apprehended during an arrest was hurt while having a knife kicked out of his hand. Kang is quick to write the whole thing off for how ludicrous it is. When Dayon boldly steps up and wishes he'd been more forceful, Kang scoffs and acquits the case. Outside the courtroom, Kang speaks to a bunch of children and after explaining who the goddess of justice is, hilariously tells them all that justice is dead. She even has them repeat that to her too. Dayon is fascinated by her and she promises to remember him when he tries to speak to her outside the courthouse. Bitna is in a hurry to head off to church. A woman is inside mourning and she immediately approaches and promises to take her case. Cha Min-jeong is jittery and it's easy to see why. A brief flashback shows that she's being abused by her boyfriend and Bitna wants to help. She follows her, Bitna literally runs after her, out the church and Miss Cha is spooked. She calls over a couple of officers. They end up searching our Judge from Hell and find her psych evaluation, where she's being treated for PTSD. They bring her to the station where none other than Dayon is. Now, Dayon doesn't care if she thinks she's a demon or not, but he knows she's an impeccable judge. He wants her to do the best in court the following day. Kang oversees Cha Min-jeong's case involving Moon Jeong-jun, who has assaulted his girlfriend on 3 separate occasions. Unfortunately, when she tried to leave him, Jeong-jun confined and locked her up. There are some pretty horrific pictures of the abuse towards Min-jeong and the courtroom is shocked when they see it. The defendants try to argue that he didn't have a good upbringing and didn't know how to love, and his final statement sees him even profess his love towards Min-jeong. All of this is an act. As we see outside the courthouse, he sneers and asks the family how Min-jeong is. Kang Bitna has her own agenda here and deduces that her job on Earth could be sped up if she lets Jeong-jun go and he kills Min-jeong. You see, Kang lets him off with a fine of 3 million won and adjourns the court, thinking this is what's going to happen. Dayon tries to confront her outside, but it doesn't work. She's having none of it. Instead, he heads off to visit Jeong-jun. Dayon demands the guy not go anywhere near Min-jeong, who's cooped up in her apartment and refusing to leave. Dayon continues to keep an eye on her as best he can, and although it's been 2 weeks, he's still really worried about her. Bitna is impatient and wants to speed this murder malarkey along. Using her special mirror, she spies Jeong-jun buying tools in a shop, ready to beat Min-jeong to death. Unfortunately, Min-jeong is in a spot of bother. She's on the verge of leaving with her pa, but the intercom stops working and someone outside the room pretends to be an officer. It's obviously Jeong-jun, who rips open the door and immediately starts beating her. After smashing up Min-jeong's watch and leaving the girl a bloody mess, he promises to be back and will even beat her parents too if she calls the police again. Unfortunately, when Jeong-jun leaves, Min-jeong feels hopeless so she hangs herself. As for Kang Bitna, she shows up in the street and conjures her purple knife, ready to kill Jeong-jun outright. During the epilogue, we see a bit more of Bitna's psych evaluation, where she points out the real hell is here on Earth, and really, actual hell isn't so bad. Apart from the demons and fire and eternal damnation, of course. Now, it would appear that a real Kang Bitna is still in hell and tries to run away from the various demons around her, which is where episode 1 comes to an end. The one thing that's a little confusing in this K-drama is how the hell timeline coincides with that of what's happening on Earth with Justicia. Aside from that though, there's plenty of promise in this. The show has a nice style and design, with some really nice dark humour to complement that. It's also clear this early on that there's going to be an episodic format through these cases, and we even get a consistent amount too, that coming from 10 separate dealings, as evidenced by Bael's bit of exposition early on in the episode. Bitna is an eccentric woman and her thought rulings are going to turn everything upside down, making a mockery out of the justice system for our own benefit. This could also expose some of the more crazy sentences, or let-offs, we've seen, and play out as a sort of dark satire towards how justice is served. Or not, as the case can sometimes be. Now, Daon is obviously the wildcard here, and I'd imagine he's going to help Justicia see that there is good on Earth after all. Could we see a romance here too? So far, things are set up nicely for a dark, twisted drama with a lore twist. If this is a sign of things to come, it should be quite the intriguing weekend watch. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.